Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Um, that's my dog barking. Let's get into what our assignment is. One of our assignments today. You'll see that when it posts on Monday, you have 3 things to work on today. But for this video, I want to talk about American diversity, which is due Thursday, August 13th. The question you had on Friday was, "What is America, and what do you want from it?" This is a question I asked you on Friday for our attendance assignment, but today I want you to use demographic data and other social science data to answer this question in more detail about what is America. So what you have here is a series of data points about American society, and you will need to use this document that I'm about to show you and internet resources to answer the question in more detail. As you'll see, part 1 of this document is all opinion, but part 2 gets into much more detailed questions that you'll need to use your research skills to find. I'll show you what I mean by that. So the first thing you're going to do is open the document, which you click right here. You'll see that this is the document, American Diversity. What you need to do next is File, Make a Copy. All right, you click Make a Copy, title it your name, American Diversity. Boom. Okay, so now that you've made a copy, you are able to edit this. And without being able to make a copy and put your name there, you can't edit the version I'm going to give you. So with this, you can then jump into it. So let's take a look at what we got here. As a country, we are made up of many people. As individuals, we are made up of many different things. This is true. As the great Walt Whitman said, I contain multitudes. So let's look at this. Rank the following list in order of how important each is defining to you. So what I mean by this is 1 is most important, 8 is least important, and I'll show you what I mean. So for me, for example, the thing that's probably most important to me would be religion. So I'll just put a 1 right there, and you can go back and edit it any way you see fit. So I'm going to just boom 1. Next would probably be where I live. So your city, slicker, or country. And then you can go down from there. So the last one for me is probably, these are tough questions. I would say my age, so I can connect with many people. But then we start dealing with, I do think race plays an important role in our society. And as you can see, you just rank it based on that. So this is for yourself. The next one, we do it as a country. Now, as a country, I think right now in August, race is playing a pretty big role, right? And you would do this for what you think for the country, the same as what you would do up here. So that's all opinion-based. Okay, there's no wrong answers to that. I just want to get an idea of what do you think is important, and it gives you an idea of some sociological questions that we may ask, like age, income. All these things connect to political science and civics, which is what we're studying. So part 2 gets into a little bit different stuff, right? So now I actually want answers for these, and there are right or wrong answers. So complete the following questions utilizing data obtained from reliable sources online regarding the United States of America. It's your job to find the sources and link them to this document. So let's start off with number 1. So you can just, copy and paste this question. I want to know how many people live in America. So what is America? Well, America is a series of people. So how many people live in the United States isn't the same question as how many citizens live in the United States. So as of now, I'm using this source right here, the United States Bureau. There's our answer, 328.2 million. So I'd come right here, 328.2 million. I got my answer. Now I want to find my source for that. So this was my source. Let's click that link right here. And as it loads, you're getting an idea. So I can answer the question, what is America, by saying, well, America is 328 million people, give or take. How do I know that this is true? Well, if we look at this source, census.gov, well, this is directly from the United States government. A census is when they count the number of people within the population. So I'm going to look at this. It leads me to this right here, population. This is where they're citing their source. I'm happy with that. Copy. Come back to my document and link the document there. So I've just completed number 1. Now, compared to other countries, how does the United States rank? Well, let's ask. Let's see, compared to other countries, where the United States ranks. I'm coming right back to my Google page. Let's see. Now, this is COVID deaths. No, I don't care about that. Compared to other countries, commonwealthfund.org, worldometer. Let's take a look at this. Now, the source I also like to use for this question is just Google. Google's got great data. And there's a lot of different ways you can ask this question. Let's look at world population, U.S. population. You can also go to Wikipedia and rank it. Let's see. So there we have, there's that data we saw from the United States. They're using Google as well. This is give you a bunch of information about the United States. We have different numbers. And here we see just more data, looking at the population of the United States throughout the years. We've gone up in the last little bit. But what I'm seeing here from the first link is this isn't necessarily a good source. So let me go back to world. So the first answer may not be your best. So make sure you click through and read through your sources, and don't just go with the first one on Google because you may have the wrong answer. So let's look at world population in total, or countries in world by population. That's probably a good one because we want to compare the United States to other countries. And here we see exactly what we're looking for. Took us a couple links. We didn't just go off the first answer. This is countries and world infometers of the biggest country. So the way I can answer this question is right now I see China and India are the top, United States, Indonesia, Pakistan. So we are the third. So we come back to here, compare other countries where these United States rank. Well, I would answer that. The United States ranks third in the world population. All right, so what do I do again? I come back to my source, copy that source, and I'm going to paste it in there. All right, so that is just an example of how we can complete this document. If we look at this document some more, I love what Google does. You can actually see it. There's a lot more questions that you'll have to answer. That's why I'm giving you till Thursday to complete this, because this could take about an hour to do if you do it right. Really simple, though, in terms of what I'm asking you to write into it. I don't need paragraphs or full sentences. I want to see your internet research skills, right? There are right or wrong answers. For like number 3, we get into race. Then we start talking about geography, social values. All these things can be found on the internet. Really, you can look at Wikipedia to really help you out too. Politics, education, and then finally health. All right, so there's 10 questions in part 2. There are some that have multiple parts, as you'll see. And this is due on Thursday. So just let me know if you have any questions about this. It is our first kind of rigorous assignment, so you might need some help. So hopefully this video helps you out. I hope you all have a great day, and just email me if you have any questions.